So recently, a few days ago, I was privileged to see The Irishman, Martin Scorsese's new film, at the Belasco Theater in Broadway, Manhattan. And I want to give you a quick review on that one. I'm sorry, I have a cold. I've been sick for the past week or so. I'm now back home at Finland and it's freezing out here. It was too dark to film this inside, so here I am. So anyway, let's get to the point. The Irishman, I was waiting for this film a long time, like I suppose every one of you also, and I was kind of scared about the film and how it was going to turn out, because films like these are very hard to pull off, I should say. Sorry. There's gonna be so much pressure, there's gonna be so much people are gonna be comparing. Like I was like, the first 30 minutes of this film I was comparing it all the time to Goodfellas and Casino, mainly and mostly, and so people have expectations, and like I did, and there's this pressure that this better be good. Like, hey, you got Joe Pesci back, so this better be good, you better use him good. Don't disappoint me, Scorsese. Like, I was seriously, I had these kind of thoughts, and so I was scared. And the 3.5 hour length of this film, that was pretty scary too. I don't think I've ever seen as long film. Maybe Apocalypse Now Redux version, maybe that one, but I'm not sure how long that is. Is that 4 hours almost, I think. But anyway, like in a theater, 3.5 hours, that's a long time to spend in a crammed up tiny seat where you can't move your feet, and I'm a big man, so yeah, I was really scared of that. But anyway, I will try to avoid spoilers here, just so you know, but I'm gonna be just giving my thoughts about the film very fast. So after about the first 25-30 minutes, I was like just fully immersed to the film. I didn't care anymore about the de-aging thing. At first it was kind of weird, especially Robert De Niro's eyes were kind of weird looking. They were very blue, and at some frames they looked kind of plasticky, and when they de-aged him a lot in some of the scenes, you could kind of see that his face was kind of blurry. But after the first 20 minutes or so, it didn't bother me at all, and after like the first 30 minutes also, I was all the time comparing it to Goodfellas, and you know, like that there is a lot of that same type of storytelling that Scorsese uses, that, you know, that main character's voice over throughout the film, and in this case Robert De Niro's voice. He's telling the story to the audience basically, and there are a lot of the same type of camera movements, tracking shots, and music use. So of course you are comparing it, but after the first 30 minutes I was just completely immersed to the story and the picture itself, and I forgot to think all that stuff, and I just followed the story and the actors, and I bought everything. I mean, yeah, I mean, it was a ride. It's a really good film. Probably already got that impression on me, but yeah, I really loved it. It's hard to even, I mean, I've only seen it once, but it's really hard to come up with anything negative about it. The 3.5 hours flew by really fast. I did not look at the watch at all. I didn't want to know how much there was left, because I could have looked that picture for like 5 hours. It was just really pretty. The image was really fantastic. The editing, just superb. I mean, it focuses mainly to the three main characters, which are Frank Sheeran, played by Robert De Niro, and Jimmy Hoffa, played by Al Pacino, and then Buffalino, I think, was the... and the film also has a giant supporting cast, which I'm not gonna go into detail in here because, like I said, it focuses 90% mainly on the main three characters, especially Frank Sheeran. And I have to mention Harvey Keitel from the supporting cast, who makes a really great... it's a very small role, but the few scenes that he's in are very memorable, especially the first one. Or is it the second one? I think it's the second one. But anyway, so the film itself is very... it's filled with very brutal scenes, shot... Some of them shot like in the traditional Scorsese shocking way, you know, when you can't really predict what's gonna happen, it just kind of happens, and then you have to watch it. And then some of them are shot in slow motion, which is it's strange to look at, you know, blood spurting out of a character's head in slow motion, I have to say. But well, actually here we can probably go to the pretty much only nitpick that I have of the film. It mainly uses CGI blood, which I'm not a big fan of. I really wish they would have chosen to use more of the, you know, real artificial blood, because that just looks so much more realistic. But I'm sure that the CGI blood, or I'm not sure if they used like only CGI blood, or if they just touched, you know, whatever they used on set, on computers, on the post-production, I don't know. But it does look very plasticky and CGI, you know, all the blood effects basically. But yeah, that's probably my only nitpick of the film. I would have preferred real blood or real artificial blood. But yeah, I mean, in general, it's not a very bloody film, and it's not an action film, even though it has a lot of cool explosions and stuff, but and shootout scenes and, you know, all that stuff. But it's not. It mainly is about these characters and their friendship and their families and loyalty. So it's mostly filled with dialogue scenes and the monologue, the voiceover that Robert De Niro gives throughout the film. And yeah, I mean, it follows Frank's character throughout, from the 40s till early 2000s, I think, like on yeah, I mean, five decades, I think. And yeah, I mean, it's a really good film. I mean, what else can I say about it here when I'm freezing? You should most definitely check it out. If you have already seen it, post on a comment. What did you think? I haven't yet stumbled upon a single negative review about it. Everybody seems to be enjoying it. It's snowing out here, a little bit. Yay! Winter, yay! And it wasn't freezing in New York. It was pretty warm there. But yeah, in the end, I don't want to spoil you the ending, but in the end the film leaves you with this very sad. It's a satisfying ending in general, but it leaves you with this very sad feeling and very you know, kind of like, I don't know, I mean, I don't want to spoil it. Like, if you haven't seen the film or if you haven't read the book like I didn't know the story, so the main thing that happens, the incident that happens near the end, was a surprise to me. And it was a shocking thing to see. I mean the characters that are the main characters here are not good men. They are not good people. They do horrible things, each and every one of them, but still you feel sympathy towards them, and you can understand the reasons why they do things they do, at least in some ways. And there are parts of them that you can appreciate even. So it's a strange thing, like that's a dilemma I think I have always about gangster films. Like, is it okay to glamorize the mob and stuff like that? But that's a thing that I should maybe do another video about. I don't want to start rambling here too much, but yeah, I mean, I think probably like Al Pacino's Hoffa is like the most likable character in the film. He's a very strong individual, but also very forward speaking and very I would like to say honest, but I think that's the wrong word. He's like this straight up guy, very loyal, and he just wants to do like what he thinks is the right thing for him and people around him. But in the end, that's the reason why he why, you know, the thing that happens to him happens. And that makes, at least me, it made me very sad, and feel a lot of mixed emotions for all these characters, because every one of these main three characters are very likable, and Robert De Niro's character makes a lot of horrible things, kills a lot of people in this film, but you still like him, which is really interesting to witness. And the usage of music is once again really great. Scorsese really knows how to use music in films, and this film uses, I think, 2 or 3 times the classic song In the Still of the Night, and the usage of this song is really great. It really sticks with you after the film, and the main theme of the film is excellent. It really stays in your mind after the first viewing. It's very memorable. I forgot the name of the composer, but yeah, I mean, it's a very creepy tune. It has these great drums and just very this gangster type of feeling, and I've been listening to that track a lot. It's a really great tune. So I think that's it. If you're new here, please remember to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I usually do these videos live, so there's gonna be a review of El Camino coming up at some point. I know the buzz for that film has kinda, you know, dried up already, but I really enjoyed that film and I'd like to share my thoughts on it. So yeah, I mean, thanks for watching. What did you think about The Irishman? And yeah, we'll see you again soon, hopefully. Take care, bye bye. It's so freezing out here, oh my god.